So, welcome to
Yeah.
D&D. We
Fuck
got
yeah.
we got Dave. Hit it from the side so I don't lose my stride glove.
Oh shit.
We got over here. We got Tobe. Hit it from the back. Pray I don't have a heart attack, Gilly.
Okay. Hell yeah. That's the first time you've ever said your last name on the
I know.
podcast. 59 episodes in, and you finally
You
learned
slipped
Toby's
it.
last name.
You slipped it once, so I feel
yeah.
like
But
damn it.
well, it's funny too because most podcasters start out with saying their whole names. It's
Yeah.
so people can find them. But Toby doesn't want to be found.
No, and I don't like that. Like, yeah, just for all intents and purposes, I'm Cushing online.
Okay.
The other dude is just for this podcast.
That other dude, your real name.
No, I don't even know that guy anymore. And then we got Todd, middle name redacted, Barry over here.
I thought it would be like Todd, ride me because my back hurts, Barry.
Okay.
Because you're doing sex positions, right?
Well, it'd be like Todd Missionary Barry could be. Pretty
See,
good
that's
one.
that's a lot better. Todd Missionary Barry.
And we are here.
Yes, we are.
We out here.
We're out here. We're in here.
And that light.
What? Yeah. Welcome to the 59th episode of A Drink and a Joint. We're very happy to be here. Very excited. Sorry we missed last week. And if you're on the podcast apps and stuff, sorry it took me like a month and a half to get shit up. I drop the ball sometimes. Sorry.
Yeah, he is not a pro baller. You know, just doesn't have the skills.
Sometimes life gets in the way. Sometimes I just get depressed. You know, sad boys for life. Sometimes we just aren't able to get them up when they need to go up because shit gets in the way, or maybe I'm just sad. Don't feel like putting any effort in. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, I should have redacted my own last name. I'm still mad about that. That really slipped.
Yeah.
Even if I was saying it, I was like, is that my last name?
What is my last name? Hit him with the what's my surname again? What's my surname again? What's my surname again?
Oh,
Because
okay.
your surname is your last name.
Okay. I thought you were doing a, my surname is what? My surname is who?
His name's Sick Toby Gilly.
Damn it. It's like, you're like the dude on the phone during the heist that keeps saying everybody's names.
Oh, did you watch that movie? Six Underground? No, you didn't watch it? Okay.
Was that a good joke in there?
Well, there's a point because they only call each other by numbers because that's what Ryan Reynolds has told everybody to do. Everybody's 1 through 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then at one point the guy who's in the military that's like all about family, he's like, my name's so and so. What's your name? And so everybody goes around and says their names, and he's just like, fuck y'all. Like, because then he ruined it. Because then now everybody's saying the names. Because at one point he's like, he's like, what's up, 7 here, AKA blah, blah, blah. Says his real name just to fuck with him. And it's just like, you're still talking over a comm link, and you're still saying people's real names. It's like that still defeats the purpose of having the code names.
I thought you said it was shitty. I wasn't going to watch it because I didn't want to.
You should watch it because it is shitty. It'll just be
It's a good kind of shitty.
Well, it's one you'll have plenty to laugh at, and just like it's eye candy because it's just like fast, quippy car chases, explosions. Because it's Michael Bay.
Oh yeah, boom de boom,
boom de boom, boom goes the dynamite.
Yeah, I wish they would have brought back Fly the Conchords. Would've been really nice
over
gift to
anything.
me, but
They're doing shit. They doing other shit.
Yeah.
As soon as Brett won that Oscar, they were done.
Yeah.
And Jermaine's just kind of running around doing other stuff.
Man, you know, just around Christmas time, it's a good time to talk about getting close to your family.
Getting in real close, and then
Awkwardly close.
Yeah. And then setting the house on fire because you tried to deep fry that turkey that one time.
Or maybe you're just tired of their fucking shit.
Yeah, like, you know, I always fight when I go to my parents for the holidays.
I'm just tired of your shit. I'm gonna burn down your house.
Teach you a couple lessons about what it means. A
couple lessons.
Yeah.
About what it means what? To be a man?
Yeah. Teach you about what it means to be a man. Grandma Tired of your shit,
Tired
Grandma.
of your shit. You need to grow up and be a man. I'm 72.
I don't give a fuck, Grandma.
I think about good shit about you here. We barely feed you, bitch.
Eat your baked beans.
So yeah, just feeling good, feeling great, as our good friends used to say.
Well, we are
Our
getting
good
into
friends.
we are in the holiday season now. It is what, the 21st of December
Yeah.
as of the
think so.
recording. It is the 21st of December 2019. We're still gonna do a Christmas
Seventh day
episode. Are you guys wanting to
since
get together
the
and do some
zombie
stuff
attack.
on Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve, yeah.
Yeah, you want to get together and eat some food together?
See some food. Let's. Well, I think we should. No, that's a bad idea.
What?
I was gonna say we were having people over and doing a party and stuff to do a room podcast where we just turn on the camera.
Yeah, we could do that. We could live stream the party, I guess, but
Yeah, I don't know how
you and I
that
would
would be
have to
shit.
like lead it.
Yeah, we'd have to be talking to the camera.
Yeah, well, that's the thing though, is that we could
But just I
we
don't
could
know.
do a podcast while people are around.
a room full of people. Yeah,
We could do it,
and
in
they
a
can
room
just come
full
in and out of
people.
the room and
Yeah.
I mean, it
Well,
could
we
be
could
like
do it in
that.
the studio.
Yeah, and show some music, be chilling a little bit.
Yeah, we
also
could just
making
live
jokes.
stream our night,
Yeah,
basically.
well, maybe we might do that because in the future that's something that would be balling if we were having big ass parties.
Yeah.
we just have one room that's always live stream. You're like, don't do
Yeah.
any hard drugs in there. Don't fuck in there.
Yeah.
That was the live stream room.
Yeah, it's always live streaming. Don't
Yeah. So,
do shit.
Just go in there to say hi.
Yeah.
and like be in a scene of a party for a second, I guess.
No, that'll be cool. So we can
Or
can
like,
set
yeah,
that up.
it'd
We
be
can
like
do
at
that.
the bar because no one fucks or does drugs at the bar.
Yeah,
It's like a common meeting place for like everyone at the party.
right.
You know.
All right, so look for that on Christmas Eve. You can put that live stream on in your house with your family around.
If you're alone, you don't have any family, like,
can come
and
hang
you
out with
need
us.
You need some family.
Come hang out with the Drink and a Joint crew. We actually have to
And-
do this now that we've said it.
No one's gonna fucking watch that thing.
You never know, man.
Yeah, well, there's the one person that will.
If you
will-
really want
just
to
feel
piss
like
off
you're
your
there.
family, if you are so mad at your family this
Yeah.
holiday season, you put on Toby and Davey a Drink and
we
a
will
Joint
be
Christmas.
A, smoking crack.
B.
Smoking some more crack. Off of
See?
some ass.
C.
Wait, how do you do that? You put the tinfoil right on it,
Yeah, I guess so.
and
And
just the heat,
or
the
you put
body
it-
heat.
you put it.
This will be the first thing I would figure out. Anyway, I want legitimately. I'd love to have like some edibles and some foods. Like,
Okay.
that's always like a.
I think we
huge
have
thing.
some. I think we still have some.
We'll probably get some brownies or something, or some cookies.
Yeah.
something
Maybe
to go
we'll
with the
have.
meal.
Maybe we'll have a little bit to cook down, but you have to cook
But-
down so much.
I know. I'm not trying to even do all that.
Yeah. But
but, you know,
even then, we're gonna get together. We're gonna have a little party. We're gonna eat some food. Get stoned on camera.
We're getting real fucked up.
We
throughout the
may
night.
talk about some specific Christmas things.
Yeah, maybe. It'll be a Christmas themed episode. I'll be wearing a hat probably.
Yeah, we should probably wear hats.
I got that cheetah one. That's all.
You have
the
a
cheetah Santa hat.
was it leopard print? Leopard print Santa hat?
Maybe leopard. I don't know. It's one of those.
Okay. Well, there is
thought-
cheetah print stuff. So it's what is the difference between leopard
There's a
print
slight
and cheetah
difference
print?
in their spots now.
Okay,
The
so
leopards
one of
are
them
a
is
little
like,
bigger oblong ones. I feel like,
but aren't
but the
che-
cheetahs move like that too.
But I feel like cheetah
You gotta look it up.
cheetah
bro.
spots or leopard
You look
spots.
up
One of them
leopards,
has a
I look
hole
up
in them.
cheetah.
One of them is like an O, and the other is
You
just
look
like a
up
filled-in
leopards.
circle.
I look up cheetahs.
All right, I'm gonna look up leopard spots, and they're gonna be like, "There is no difference between
There
cheetahs and leopards."
absolutely-
Fuck you. I'm looking up leopard spots.
Yeah.
All right, leopard spots.
Cheetah. All right, no, cheetahs are like dots.
Okay, so leopard spots are the
Are
ones.
the oblong ones, right?
They're not oblong. They
me
have
see that.
different. They're like that.
They have they have
They're
a
like more of a
little
design.
hole in them with a
Yeah.
little dot.
So
inside
show me
the hole.
yours.
They're just dots.
Just spots. All right.
Just spots, and the
so,
leopard ones are a little more.
So is yours cheetah print or leopard print?
I think it's cheetah,
Okay, so it's just dots.
but I don't know. I don't now
Yeah.
that now that I've seen them, I don't know. I have to
Because
look at it.
I feel like most things are leopard print.
Oh, you think cheetah's rare print because it
It
looks
is.
different?
Cheetahs are super fucking rare because they're so fucking fast.
I'm not talking about like cheetah skin.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
saying
how do
the
you
print.
think they make the print, Toby? They gotta have something to go off of.
Yeah.
Pictures aren't enough.
Yes, they are.
They're not good enough for reference. You gotta be able to get up on it. Gotta be able to get it right in your fucking
They got
face.
a little bit. They got stripes on their tail still. That's a beautiful creature. I can't believe that's a cat. Like,
It's a giant cat.
that does not make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense to you? Look
yeah,
at it.
I mean
It's a cat. It's a giant cat. A feline.
look how it's jumping.
It's
They seem
jumping,
to
bro.
have some
Did you
fun.
also know that lions are cats?
Look how I slide like Tokyo drifting, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yes, I know.
Put one
fucking
of
cats.
like Photoshop.
Jungle cats and wild cats.
Yeah, wild cat. Put one of those those speed bike riders on the back of that cheetah. Photoshop that in. That'd look hilarious. You know how they like do those really deep curves?
Oh
where they're,
shit!
like,
He put it on
yeah,
his back.
Yeah,
Yeah, then that would be a perfect.
that'd be hilarious.
Yeah. So when are you gonna get good at Photoshop and like start handling some of your business?
Yeah. All right then, Toby. All right. When you gonna get real good at? See, I don't want to make you more sad, so I'm not even gonna throw it at you. But you're just gonna throw it at me. Like I need to be doing extra when it's like,
Photoshop.
you're like,
What
yeah,
would you do-
Photoshop.
do
Look,
something
just
for
learn
me
how to.
then.
But bro,
Learn how to,
no,
learn
it's
how
like
to animate.
sure. I mean, but that's erroneous.
But so is Photoshop. When would you ever need?
I guess so, but it's like you throwing that at me when like I need to be putting podcasts up, bro. Like
No, you gotta learn Photoshop.
I gotta learn
So you can do
Photoshop,
all our
and then
memes, right?
everything else falls into line. If you have
Yeah.
if you have the energy to do Photoshop, then you're
Yeah.
gonna have the energy to put the fucking
True.
podcasts up, Davey.
And
you
it's
piece of
about
shit.
marketing because you could be doing all these memes with
Oh,
us
yeah.
riding cheetahs and shit.
And like putting them up on our Instagram and Twitter
Yeah.
and shit, and I'm just
and be
dropping
starting
the
some
ball.
huge accounts.
I'm
you know?
fucking it up,
Who
Toby.
knows?
God damn, I'm the
Photoshop
worst.
is the what? That was the missing key to our
It's the-
podcast working.
Yeah.
What if that was it? Wouldn't that be bullshit?
Yeah, it would fucking suck if all it took was
Memeing yourself.
Photoshop. Yeah.
Memeing yourself out. It's like whoring yourself out.
Well,
now,
that's what we need to do. We gotta
Whore
start.
ourselves out.
We gotta start metaphorically
the real
slinging that
thing.
dick all over town.
Yeah, slinging that metaphorical.
That's
Wait,
what I said.
No.
I said metaphorically
you
swinging
said
that dick all over
slinging
the town.
that No, you said metaphorically slinging that dick all the time.
Yeah. So
Instead of
slinging
slinging that
metaphorical
What's
dick.
the
Yeah.
difference? Really?
Well, you're metaphorically swinging it around town. If
But
you're
it's your real
posting
dick.
up.
If you're
No,
you're metaphorically slinging your real dick around.
But
That's what
then-
you said.
But then I would have added the word real dick.
It was implied because it wasn't a metaphorical one. Now,
So I
if
have
you're
to
slinging
say
your
metaphorically slinging my metaphorical
No, just
dick
the
around.
one will do, but it just goes in the right place. So your metaphorical dick is like
Semantics.
your online presence.
Mm.
You know, that's what it is. Didn't you know?
Oh, it's a drink and a joint.
So like you're sending metaphorical dick pics. It's like all your stats from online.
Yeah. Sure. Let's see here. Oh,
So
I
there was a guy
forgot
who
what
killed
we.
a cat.
Yeah, I forgot that we were talking about that today.
Good segue from the cheetahs. Who the fuck's really a cat? You know.
Yeah.
So there's this guy.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you
Totally
want
forgot
to
to.
get into it already? Are there
I like how there was a silence. We both looked at the computer, read it,
and
and
they're
go,
like,
"Oh,
yeah. We're having a good time, and then it's gonna get real dark here in a little bit.
It always gets real sad on this show.
We are eternal
We should
sad
have a
boys.
segment. Where
Sad
it's like
boys
pour
for life.
yourself a drink and have a toast.
Yeah, I want us to get a thing, like you know how you can like pull down different
Yeah, dude.
different banners. I want to get us a few. So like when we go into our different segments, we just have them sitting up there and we have them color coded. So one will be like
Yeah.
a drink and a joint. One will be
News.
like T&D. One will be news. One will be sad boys, hashtag sad boys for life. And that's just when we're getting into those moments.
Yeah, no,
Just
I would like to
pull
have a
it down.
segment where it's like, I just want to talk about like I've just been really down recently.
We want to talk about how depression is a real thing, and it. Most days I wake up and I want to die.
But you know, that's not right now. It's a little early in the show.
Yeah, it's usually a little bit later once it sets it. Because everybody gets that point in the day where they're just like, "What the fuck am I doing?"
Yeah,
You know,
okay, let's talk.
And
about it.
we haven't got there to that point yet today.
Well,
So, well,
almost pushed
here
me
we
into
go.
it.
Well, if we're gonna talk about it,
Yeah, dude.
Oh, you actually put the voice on, so.
Is that my serious voice? I didn't even notice when it comes out.
I don't even notice when it
I just don't even pay attention to the way I sound. People say I sound hot. I say, what are you talking about?
I'm just really tired.
That's when my eyes dim. My eyes are always almost shut, and I look kind of dumb. Look like I got a low like IQ, and my real dick be slinging.
Oh yeah, because you got that dumb dick.
That dumb look. It's the model look.
Okay.
It's like that with a like the open mouth one though is the best. Ooh. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. Just, that's how bad society gets. We're sexually attracted to anyone that looks like we could dominate them because their intelligence is really low.
Oh.
Like
So
that's what that look is. That's why duck face.
Yeah.
That's why people like all that shit.
Now. Yeah.
They
so that's a primal thing to
for
that,
men and
again.
women.
Yeah,
It's like they like the. It's just a domination.
someone you can
thing,
control, someone you
look
can
dumb as
manipulate.
fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a weird society thing. I don't know.
But
Let's
also
just talk
people
about
do it. Yeah. But people do it as well to allow that to happen. So like, there'll be people that are.
It's
that are
chicken
into
and
that.
egg, man. It's
yeah.
like,
Which
who
came
you gonna
first?
blame?
Yeah.
Like, do you blame society for forcing people to be like that, or do you blame society for allowing it to continue to be
But do
like
we just
that?
blame ourselves because we are the society?
Yeah.
So
that was
when
number two.
when we continue with it, we perpetrate it and we perpetuate it.
That's still number two.
I
Not a
don't give
third
fuck.
thing.
I say what I want. It's third thing.
That's A, B, and B. B plus.
A, B, and B aside.
Be adjacent?
Adjacent.
What is that a term I'm
On a
trying to
side.
think of right now? What are the there's some funny term that uses adjacent.
Well, you can say it with most things.
There's one that's funny. It's like a big social thing, right? It's like being something adjacent. I forget. It doesn't matter. It's like alt-right adjacent or something, or some shit like that, right? It's some political term. I can't remember. What are you looking up, bro?
I'm trying to find the term that you're looking for.
I think that was it. Sounds right.
Okay.
Alt-right adjacent. Doesn't that sound like just flows off your tongue?
Sure. All right, adjacent.
It's like someone that's like associated with, but not extremist. I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's what adjacent means. Adjacent, next to or adjoining something else.
Yeah, it'd be like not involved, not directly involved with.
Yeah. So
But-
I'm mob adjacent.
Yeah, that's what I would call myself too. bro.
Mafia adjacent. I'm Yakuza adjacent.
I wouldn't go. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. No, not saying anything.
Okay. Not a fan of what?
You can.
That's a real hot take, Tony. Calm down.
Whoa.
That's like being like, I don't know if I'm okay with suicide bombers.
Yeah, I know. I know this is weird and I'm gonna piss a lot of people off here, but
I know that this might get under some people's skins, but it really bugs me.
murder might be
when,
bad.
Yeah, when people hurt children.
Yeah.
It really gets my goat, and I know. I know that is a hot take.
That echo's weird. Like, it's like there was a natural echo and Davey found his like real place in life. He's supposed to be a politician.
Yeah.
No, it's like you have this natural echo. And, it's like, and I know, no. It's like, where'd that come from?
We're in a very small room together.
It's like, no, that's Davey's political voice. It's trying to find him.
Oh no. That's what
You don't find your political voice. It finds you.
It finds you.
It's scary.
It just kind of enters
And I
you.
know.
And I know for a fact
Yeah. No, you went too far.
That the children of this country need a better education.
You go, yeah. I know that it's you're leaning.
Need a better education.
Oh, no.
Don't do the Obama voice. All right.
It was just too precise. I like your more preacher one.
Well, it's just it's
your
so
preacher one's more.
okay.
Yeah, it's more acceptable to me. I don't
Well,
know.
that's even more of like a Martin Luther King Jr. because it's kind of got that vibrato to
Yeah.
it. And I know that the children of this country.
Yeah, I don't know where that was leading. It sounded a little Swedish at the end there. It was fun. Swedish Martin Luther King, go. You shouldn't ever do this. No one should do this. That's the game we play with guests. We try to get them to say things they shouldn't.
Ooh, I love it. Yeah. Okay. So
Swedish Martin Luther King, go, and they're like, wait. I just said something really I just sounded really bad.
Swedish Martin Luther King. Now decide we have a dream.
Yeah, I don't know if it can not be offensive though. It's like it's just offensive if you attempt it. I think.
Okay.
Right? That's the whole thing. It's like because smart people would be like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, we'll see how we can get them. So you could be like, give me a Jewish Asian man.
A Jewish, yeah, oh yeah. Because either way they go, it's bad.
Yeah.
Or like do Bruce Lee.
Yeah. Do a Bruce Lee voice. How would Bruce Lee sound if he was in
ordering
Shrek?
coffee?
Yeah.
If he was in Shrek. Oh man, so I don't know. I'd assume it'd lean Scottish then.
Right, you'd think that, but I don't know. You gotta trust
It was a
people
wide
sometimes.
land.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta, like when when you're on set with actors, you just
With
have to
Shrek.
let them do.
We had that with Shrek.
When
It was
you're
an
on set
honor
with
working
Shrek,
with him.
Yeah, I got to do a movie with Shrek once, Toby. It was great.
Actually became. Did you know they actually turn you into the cartoons now? It's insane.
Yeah, it was.
You don't just do voiceovers.
It
They
wasn't that
actually
way. It was a
turn your
live
body.
movie. It was really weird acting opposite a computer generated character in real space and time. That was scary. He's a lot bigger than you'd think.
You think they're gonna film like that so you can get into character more in the future? Do virtual reality?
Well, what they can do now is they can
Because they let you watch the cartoon and do the voiceover, you know?
right
So like the next step of that would be like watching it
VR.
from first person
Yeah.
perspective, right?
They just do it with VR. So what already? So when they're creating spaces in for like when they're computer generating those spaces for movies, they're rendering a 360-degree plane.
Yeah.
So the whole scene is like it's so they can point digital cameras
Yeah.
in different directions, so they can move the
Yeah, different
aspect ratio
shots,
in this 360-degree space.
So it wouldn't be hard.
It wouldn't be hard to project yourself in there as that camera.
Yeah.
Well, you could input people's perspectives as different cameras and then still have a camera outside of that filming each character. But then, yeah, you could see as your character. And I'm sure they're already working on that and doing things like that.
But I don't know if it's better to see that or see the character you're trying to act as and see the way their movements are. You know? I don't know.
Well, they did the cameras that way for the Lion King, the new Lion King, because Jon Favreau was because that's all computer generated. Every bit of it.
I haven't seen that one yet.
The only thing I think that's real is the sunrise in Africa at the very beginning. The rest of it is all computer generated and it's all hyper realistic. And I've seen footage of Jon Favreau.
Is it pretty creepy?
Well, I mean, it's all it looks real. It's fucked up.
But does it shake you to the core? Does it scare you at all?
No, it doesn't scare me. It actually shows what we've been able to accomplish in less than 100 years with film. Or maybe a little over 100 years now. I don't know.
Is that film now? Do you still consider that film?
It's a movie. It's moving pictures. So it is a movie.
That's debatable. To me.
Whether it's film or not?
Yeah, if it's in
Well,
the same
that depends on what you
like they do
if we're
awards,
literally talking about film, nothing is really shot on film anymore. Some movies are still shot on
digital.
film. Most of it's digital.
But to me, it's about capturing a moment, and I guess they're doing that with animation, like you said. They're laying out a scene.
Yeah, because it is basically
capturing-
still a cartoon.
So I mean, I think there's a good argument to say that it's in the same category at this point. You know, if they're to the point of, I tried to fuck around with some of those programs where you move the camera,
Yeah.
you get different perspectives of the animation and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And so, I mean, to that level, it does. You are directing still, so
Right.
just because it's on a digital platform, I'm not going to take it away from it. I think it is. I think it's
Well,
finally
we
to the
created
point
it.
to when it can be considered film.
So
I don't think it was like in the '90s. Animation shouldn't have been considered film. Like there wasn't much directing. You know, it was just drawing different scenes. Like I feel like the artists did all the directing. You know,
yeah.
they picked all of the shots that you were getting, the close-ups and everything. They just drew them instead of like. I still think the directing is an overall. If it's, I don't know. I don't think there was a job like that directing animation, but there could have been. I think it's finally gotten to the point.
Well, I really enjoy that it has come that far. I'm scared of when the uncanny valley stops being a thing. I'm scared of when they perfect.
So it was still really noticeable.
Well, I mean, well, yeah, you can tell that they aren't real animals because they're talking.
I mean, besides the fact they're talking, though.
Well, I mean, they look very real. They look like lions. They look like birds. They look like animals. But
Yeah.
they're doing stuff that animals don't really do, which is talk. But it doesn't really convey. And again, I haven't seen the movie.
Oh, okay.
No, I haven't seen it yet. I just I
Seen
just
some
know shit.
shots and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen previews and like shit like that.
Is it still in theaters or something? When did they release it?
No, I mean
Online?
it's probably out already for consumption.
Okay. I thought they were gonna put it on Disney Plus. They did not.
They haven't done it yet.
They're still making money off of it, I guess.
Mm.
I thought that was gonna be the whole point. Is that you get like the first
You get first
viewing
pick.
of
Yeah.
the Disney shit. Like I thought
Yeah.
that was the point.
Yeah. Did you end up
I feel like
paying
it's gonna
for
be
it? You paying for it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to finish Mandalorian.
Okay.
I mean, after that, like, I don't think much. I don't know. They're gonna have to have some amazing.
Dude,
shit
all the
to keep me
Marvel
around.
shit's gonna come out. And that's just
Oh,
gonna be
all
on
those
point.
Series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit's gonna be on point because it's got the actors and the budget of the movies.
Yeah.
So that shit's gonna be good.
You just find yourself like watching. You watch that. It's like once a week, and then it's just like I'm watching Tim Allen movies and shit.
Hell yeah, though. But you got to watch Jungle to Jungle, which I'm okay.
Yeah.
So guys, we're also gonna be doing some commentaries coming up. So watch for those. And commentaries are a thing that we can do live. You know that we can go places and do that. Would you feel more comfortable doing a commentary, like watching a movie with people and talking over it, rather than a
it'd be pretty
podcast?
funny, I suppose.
If something like that were to take off.
That's just later.
Yeah.
To me.
Well, what ifs? But anyways, we're gonna be doing a commentary. We were thinking about doing Jungle to Jungle, and maybe even doing like a whole Tim
That's a good
Allen
one.
series.
Now, yeah, I mean, there's plenty of movies we can watch.
Yeah, and we could even
I'm not watching all of Home Improvement, but I
we
almost
could do
would.
we could do like the first episode and the last episode of
The
Home
first
Improvement.
season,
You
one
want
was bad.
okay? I was gonna say we just do the first episode and the very last episode.
And critique. We'll have
And-
to do a couple in between
and
to
make
see
fun
some
of them.
growth. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta watch those kids grow up. That's what it's all about.
We're gonna go through Tim Allen's filmography real quick and see what he's got to offer.
And yeah, I was trying to watch Santa Claus the other night. I don't know. Definitely didn't hold up as much.
Oh,
as
the
that.
Santa
Yeah.
Claus? It's
It didn't-
weird how they just murder Santa Claus.
Mhm.
He murders Santa Claus and fucking puts his clothes on. Weird. Okay, so we are going. Oh my god, he's done a lot.
Yeah, dude, that dude's working.
So
Geek
let's
the fuck up.
geek the fuck up.
I like to think about that too. The whole time he was working with Disney, he was like really bad into it,
Oh really?
and like it had to be during Home Improvement days too. Like that's when he first started getting money.
Yeah.
Like he was a bad one. He was one that would like definitely put it into his budgets, be yelling at people, doing it on set, doing it in between takes, like one of those guys. I don't think he was as bad as some like the one of the craziest are like Caddyshack.
Oh.
I think is one of the craziest ones I've ever heard. Like the highest Coke budget put into the film. It was like, I think it was over $1 million, and for that time, I mean, holy shit. But who was it that directed that? And he did a couple more. Who was it? What are you looking up?
I'm looking at his.
You're looking at, oh, okay.
His filmography, but he doesn't done a shit ton of movies. I mean, he's done quite a bit of movies, but
not as many as you would think.
Not as many as you would think, because a lot of it was his show.
Yeah.
From 1991 to 1999, but he was let's see here. His first TV special was 1990. I thought he was working before that. But I guess before that was the cocaine smuggling.
Is that what he did before he got into film?
Yeah.
I thought he got so heavy into it that he ended up doing it.
No. His
now look up that. I
his mugshot, Tim Allen mugshot.
Yeah, the whole case there.
Starting off real light for you guys before we get into the Luka Magnotta stuff.
If he was professionally smuggling coke and then got a TV show, I'm like, clap. I do a slow clap.
Yeah.
Tim Allen there.
Let's see here.
And
there was his mugshot. Look at that mustache. Look at that man.
I love him. He was a smuggler. Dude, every smuggler has a mustache. Isn't that a thing? Don't they like see a guy get out of a plane in a bomber jacket and that mustache and be like, bro,
I know what you got in there. Plane. Let's see what it says.
All right. Comedic actor. Tim Allen.
Comedic actor Timothy Allen.
Opened up about his prison stint for felony drug trafficking in the late 1970s. Okay, so
in the late 70s. Okay, so he did time in prison, and then up to 1990, he was just grinding, doing stand-up. Was he doing stand-up?
Let's see. The Last Man Standing star, 63, was arrested in 1978 at the Kalamazoo Battle Creek International Airport in Michigan for possession of coke. He subsequently pled guilty. Spent 2 years and 4 months in federal prison before he was paroled in 1981.
Oh shit!
So spent a couple years in jail.
So from 81 to 90, where his first television special was.
In 1984, he married Laura Diebel, and they had a daughter. The stand-up comedian then became a household name after playing TV dad Tim Allen. So he's a stand-up after he. I don't know when that it didn't say if he started after. If he started after the smuggling,
or maybe he was starting out, but he did 3 years,
or he's doing stand up the whole time, and he just did the smuggling shit to make some money. And he loved coke or something.
But even then, he did 3 years. Maybe he decided he was gonna do stand up while he was in jail.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. When
3 years, man.
When did the transition? Was he a stand up that did smuggling, or was a smuggler that turned stand up? Because that's crazy to me.
Yeah. So he did Tim Allen, Men Are Pigs. That was his first stand up. His second.
Oh, yeah, he did. Now I'm remembering some of them. They're horrible.
Yeah,
they're really sexist.
And that was 1990, and then 1991 he did Tim Allen Rewires America, and then from there he went on to do Home Improvement from 1991 to 1999. 203 episodes.
Yeah.
And as far as movies goes, Comedy's Dirtiest Dozen was 1988. So I guess that was the first thing he ever appeared in, was a comedy movie.
And I guess he did that one special, and he was just working in clubs and shit doing stand up.
And then in 1988 he was the baggage handler in a movie called Tropical Snow. So that was a little bit part. So that was a background.
When he started.
And then his next movie was The Santa Claus in 1994.
Boom. That was his he's still getting paid. Getting paid pretty heavily.
And then 1995, can you guess the second biggest thing he did? 2? No. It was a little movie called Plaything Bedtime Story.
What's that?
Toy Story.
Playtime, bedtime,
Plaything, bedtime
Oh, okay.
tales. So he played Buzz Lightyear. And then in 1997, The Jungle to the Jungle, which is my favorite Tim Allen movie. Just straight up. Jungle to Jungle is tits.
Okay. Tim Allen, the third oldest of 5 brothers, 22-year-old Timothy Allen Dick, began his comedy career on a dare in 1973.
Oh.
At the urging of his buddies. Let's see, he stepped up to the mic, and the rest I say is history. Yeah, I didn't need to read that.
All right.
So 1973, on a dare.
Yeah.
So his friends were like, "I dare you to get up on an open mic." He got up, killed, and he's like, "Well, this is what I'm gonna do."
Yeah,
and
I guess I'm good at this.
He just started chasing those laughs. And then someone was like, "Hey, Tim, you know how you do like an ounce a week already? How about you work for me and you get free coat?" And he's like, "Just make this one delivery and I'll feed you all year." And he's like, "Well, this could make my career." I can't do an accent. What is it?
Yeah, that's just all he'd say.
I was talking about him the other day because during Jungle to Jungle, he does that. He goes, "What?"
Yeah.
And something like that.
Oh,
and,
no.
Yeah. Oh, no. He does a great growl. But anyway, I was talking about, we were talking about Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B coining those terms.
Yeah.
You know, the and the, she has like, ow, shit like that.
Yeah.
And I was
You're
trying
going
to
to get us copyright stricken now.
Oh, you think that's one? I did it too good.
Yeah.
The first one went, and like, that don't count.
Nah.
Can I do that one now?
Yeah. All right.
So,
they're going to get us.
Yeah, now it's done.
Come at us, Megan Thee Stallion.
But I was thinking about that because, like, I remember Jerry Seinfeld coined a term, and Larry David had coined a term. Like, it was a thing for comedians to, like...
Oh, yeah, because you have your...
where you like copyright, a turn of phrase, whatever. And anytime it's used in entertainment.
Oh, my God, what is it called? Catchphrase.
Catchphrase, yeah.
Yeah.
But so it's like anytime it's used in
Get her
entertainment.
done.
Yeah,
You
like
might be a redneck if. Here's your
let's
sign.
just spill them out. Let's just get those fucking
let's
marks.
find those. So what are the comedy
coined terms is what I think. Like, how do you coin a term? I want to know how to do. It doesn't sound like I'm saying that right, but coin a term. It just doesn't seem like a real sentence.
list of catchphrases?
No, dude, coining terms.
What?
Coin a phrase.
As soon as you go to Wikipedia now, they're asking you to donate money.
Yeah, they do that every year.
Really?
Yeah, that's how they're. They haven't been bought out by a corporation. Every year they asked you for donations, like NPR style.
So Fonzie's catchphrase, "Hey."
That one's a copyright one for sure.
Walter Cronkite's is, "And that's the way it is."
Yeah, I remember that being made fun of, like on SNL or some shit.
Bruce Almighty, "And that's the way the cookie crumbles."
Yeah.
And that's the way it is. Let's see. Emeril Lagasse, what's his, Toby?
Okay, so there's a there's a common law effect on this too. So like simply coining your catchphrase doesn't create a trademark. To establish a mark, you have to use it in your business or for advertising. Once people associate your phrase with your business, so it has to happen naturally.
Okay.
Like you can't
So it
just
becomes
buy
ubiquitous.
a coin. You can legally copyright a coin that is referring to your brand. So you see what I'm saying? You can't just buy, I want that's the way the cookie crumbles. You can't just go and buy that. People would have to already associate that with your brand, and then you can buy it, is what it seems like. And there's a common law claim to trademark even though you don't register it. So if people, if people just know that's you and then you use it somewhere else, then I guess you can take them to court. Or they have to pay you some royalties, be like doing a cover.
Yeah.
I suppose, but it's just on a phrase. So I was trying to think about that the other day about like one of the first comedians or anyone to be able to do that. And I thought about when I heard that on Jungle Jungle, it was like,
Take my wife.
He was one of the first ones to do a sound and not a phrase. See, now we're talking about
Well,
a lot.
A.
Oh, A is hey.
No, it's not.
It's not even a word. A.
It's a guttural noise, but
Yeah.
A is still A. It's
That-
just vowels.
That's close. That's maybe.
Well, I mean the Y sometimes, but
A is like hey.
it's not though. He never. It wasn't.
I know it's A.
But it
But
was never
A
even
is
said
A.
that way. It was
Okay,
when
no,
people
no.
were like,
I
"What's
still
going
think I
on?"
have a
Fonzie's like,
battle. I still think I have a good case in saying that like that's still a phrase. A is a it's a slang term for hey, right? A is still a term. Is not a term. It's a noise. So I think it was
Yeah.
the first coined noise in history.
coin that noise.
Yeah, and now it's being done all the time. That's like people's catchphrases now, are just noises. Migos have a bunch of them. You know, they're like squawk,
Yeah, and the
squawk, squawk.
yeah.
The Birdman coined the a
Yeah.
long time ago. Or in the 90s.
He's more of a pigeon. He's more. Yeah.
Oh, you mean
And-
the
yeah.
quick the ringtone
And
kind of sound?
Yeah.
But squawk
Yeah.
was a great one. Skirt skirt.
Yeah.
Skirt is a great one. All their skirts are pretty great.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's very common now. And I was just trying to think back about where it started, and I'm pretty sure Tim Allen. It's the first back I can go.
All right, so Cardi
thinking
B,
coining a term.
you need to give a shout
Shout
out to Tim Allen, because without Tim Allen, you would be nowhere.
Hey, he hard as fuck, man. He used to smuggle, man.
Yeah,
I'm
he
down with
did. He
him.
did 3 years in the pen, dog.
I'm down with Tim Allen for real though. I love him.
Oh yeah,
I respect. He got Disney money and cocaine smuggling money in his life.
yeah.
Nobody does
and
that.
then he got 2 TV monies.
Yeah,
He got that Home Improvement money.
What was the other?
Which-
his
and,
new show,
Last
Man Standing.
But
I hate
that show's been going for like 10 years already.
What?
Yeah,
So he just hopped right into the other show when he got done.
after like 10 years.
Okay, damn. I didn't know it'd been going like that.
Yeah.
I never watched it. I watched one episode and it was like, this is like, at least Home Improvement has some like,
But it's basically the same
some
thing, right?
nostalgia,
Yeah.
though, to it for me.
Well, because you were a kid when you were watching it.
Yeah, so I guess I don't know.
What was
This is driving cars.
Yeah. So Toby? What was Joey Gladstone's catchphrase
I don't even remember who that is.
from Full House?
He was the
Uncle
puppet
Joey.
dude.
The comedian. He wasn't a puppet dude.
I never watched that show.
What? But you know it though.
Cut it out. That did know that, didn't it? But I just know that. I just know the hand signals.
I
But
got
I-
real. It's really
don't
fun
know.
to do.
Probably. But no, I just
should we
know that, I don't
change
think
the
you
name of
cheated.
this to Tim Allen and comedy catchphrases?
No. It's such a dark
Because
title.
we're like 45 minutes in already.
Yeah, it's such a
Um,
dark title. And we just are having a really light
What
time.
is the robot in Lost in Space's catchphrase, Toby?
I don't fucking know.
Danger.
That
Will
was
Robinson.
Tim Allen was in. Wait, no, Joey
Galaxy Quest, but yeah, Joey was in Lost in Space.
was in Lost in Space.
Yeah.
Another '90s dude, but he was in Galaxy Quest. Another great movie.
An incredible fucking movie. We have to do.
Really
we have to
love
do a
that one.
commentary.
I would watch
on
that.
one.
I would do 2 commentaries on that.
We will do 2 commentaries on Galaxy Quest. What was Steve Urkel's catchphrase, Toby?
Oh man, I ain't trying to play this game.
Did I do that?
Yeah.
What's the Hulk's catchphrase?
Hulk smash.
Don't make me
Oh
angry.
no, it's also Hulk smash.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. Let's see here.
No, that's Bruce Banner's
Yeah.
catchphrase. The Hulk's catchphrase is Hulk. He don't talk like that, or he didn't
Fair
used
enough.
to. I still want to make that Bruce Banner
Fat
song.
Albert's catchphrase. Toby.
Fucking dick.
Who? Who a dick? Somebody being a dick to you, Toby? Let's go fuck him up.
It's Charles. Old dude. This old dude.
What'd he say? He send you a video?
Of what? Of his dick versus Hillary Clinton or something?
Maybe. What's Fat Albert's catchphrase?
Hey, hey, hey.
There you go. What is
That we gotta get copyrighted for this one.
Yeah.
How we not? We should already be getting emails. Are you not allowed to review catchphrases, bro?
What is Dave Chappelle as Rick James's catchphrase?
We need some newer people. Wait, Dave Chappelle as Rick James?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a few.
But not,
Let me think.
not cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Let me think. That's real Rick James.
Yeah, that was real Rick James. I just didn't want there to be any confusion. It involves his name.
Oh, I'm Rick James, bitch.
Yeah.
No, I thought, but there's a few more like, bitches show us your titties.
Show Charlie Murphy your
Show
titties.
Charlie Murphy, yeah. And there's like the 5 hands set as a face.
But this is
like,
something he says a lot. It's like his catchphrase. It's his tagline.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm Rick James. Fuck yo couch.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's another catchphrase. He had a few.
What is
Talking
Spock?
about making pancakes and shit.
Yeah. No, that was Prince.
Oh, was that Prince?
Yeah, Prince was pancakes.
Okay, yeah.
Pancake breakfast.
He liked
after playing basketball.
Yeah. He liked to beat you in basketball and then make you pancakes.
Yep.
What a nice guy.
What is Spock from Star Trek's catchphrase?
I don't fucking know.
Live long and prosper.
Oh yeah,
That's
the
just
whole like thing. Yeah.
Can you do that?
Hate it.
Can you do the finger thing?
I can do it.
Show me.
Just trust me that I can do it.
No, I want you to show me. There you
Wow.
go. Can you do the vanilla ice one?
What's that? I hate that. I'll never do that.
That's
Not
what Vanilla
a
Ice
fan.
did. It's weird. Can't do it.
I'm not a fan.
It was hard to teach myself to do it.
Oh wait, I see what you mean.
There you go.
Oh, it's weird. There you go. Is that it?
Yeah, you got it.
It's hard. I hate that.
Can you do the finger worm thing?
Oh, I never did that one. No, never did that one. Everybody did the butthole one.
Oh,
And there was a butthole and there was a pussy one.
Yeah.
And there was one, somehow you put hair in there. I forget how they did it.
I don't know the hair.
Maybe they
trick.
put their hair in it. Or
don't
like
know.
put something. I forget what it was.
Maybe, but then I can also do the wavy hand one because I remember watching.
Here's the steeple.
Open the doors to the other people. But no, at the beginning of the Cosby Show, I know hot take talking about Cosby. But yeah, he was a bad dude. But at the beginning of the show, he would do this thing where he would like make his finger do this. But I learned how to do it with my hand.
Yeah, he did that to waitresses and shit.
Yep. Moving on. All right, fair enough. Give me the shit for it.
No,
That's
I was thinking about like him versus Bill Burr, dude. It's like I was watching some Bill Burr's podcast live, and he's one of the most brutal fucking comedians out there.
Yeah.
And I bet you will never hear a scandal about him touching someone inappropriately, about him hitting his wife, nothing.
Mm-mm.
And he's so aggressive and over the top. And then look at Cosby's like on stage act.
Right, but that's
he
his
didn't cut,
outlet.
He didn't curse or anything.
That's his outlet
Like-
for his crazy. You know what I
Is
mean? Like
Raping people?
no, I'm talking
That was
about
Cosby.
no, I'm talking about the comedian.
Bill Burr.
Yeah, I'm talking about Bill
Yeah,
Burr.
he
That's
gets
his,
it out on stage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the juxtaposition of that with Bill Cosby is the fact that Bill Cosby was a clean comedian. So he had
Yeah.
to stifle those things
But
within
it seems
himself.
like that,
and then he used his
you know?
celebrity to take advantage of these people. He used
Yeah.
he would even joke about it. Like he would even joke about drugging women.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
It is fucked up. So what was
You gotta write about what you know about.
What was Jan Brady from the Brady Bunches?
What the
fucking
fuck are these?
catchphrase?
Why are these so old, bro?
It's
Look up
Marsha. Here, you
catchphrases.
fucking ask me then. It'll probably be more fun for you
New
if you ask
catchphrases.
me
I meant,
what they are. New catchphrases?
yeah, like you're like, I'm gonna throw this phone at you. That's what you said. Look up
Dude,
some new ones.
just ask me and we'll make this a fun game. God, you're a
What-
fun suck.
Dude, I'm not having fun. So who sucked the fun out of me? Is it me?
You're just
I'm not sucking my
open.
own fun.
Yeah, dude, you're just like you took a rib out to suck your own fun.
No, that was a good joke. Who did that? There's some famous.
Marilyn Manson.
Is that real?
Yeah.
I remember. What the fuck?
Or it was just a rumor.
I mean, I get it.
I'm glad that I
No,
brought you back in
that's
with that though.
I'm gonna try a couple of these and see what you think. About
All right.
Mork.
More
You already read these though. You
We-
just had it in your hand, didn't you? looking at him?
Then scroll down farther.
Were you?
No, I wasn't scrolling down.
Did you see Morks?
Well, I know that one.
All right, do it.
Nanu nanu, motherfucker.
You got half of it. About Barney Fife.
Is it one that you know?
It is actually one that I know, but they shortened it. They didn't do the full thing. I have actually even know more than this.
Okay. Well, then you're going to have to tell me because I don't know that one. What is...
It says nip it, but it's nip it in the bud.
Yeah, nip it in the bud. Okay. Yeah, that came back to me.
Soup Nazi.
No soup for you.
All right. Stan Marsh.
What? How does he have a catchphrase?
It's the thing he said more than anyone that blew up.
It's the thing that he said more than anyone that blew up.
That's what a catchphrase is.
Right, but Stan Marsh from South Park?
From South Park, yeah.
Is it one you know?
Yeah.
You knew that one? Well, shit, what is it?
Think back to South Park, like, when it started, you know?
Why don't they have Cartman's on there? Screw you guys, I'm going home. That one makes the most sense.
No. He was the one that always said, "Oh my God, they killed Kenny."
Oh.
And they put it on T-shirts.
Oh my
That's why it was
God.
a catchphrase.
Okay, I got you.
I hate this. It says Marsha Brady's is "Oh my nose."
But that's not a catchphrase. I
Didn't
thought
that happened one time?
It happened one time when she got hit in the face with a football.
I don't think that counts.
No. And it was
Borg.
Picture Day.
Who the fuck? Oh, Borg from Star Trek. But it is a really well-known phrase.
We are Borg, or
resistance is futile.
Okay.
I never watched Star Trek, but I've heard that phrase a lot. I didn't know what it was from.
Well, the Borg are this like hive mind. Synthetic hive mind.
Let's see. Wayne and Garth. There's a few of them.
We're not worthy. Is that one of them on there?
That is not on here.
Really? Really? That's like the thing they say more than once.
Yeah. And then bowing down.
Shit. Did you know any of them, or any of them pretty straightforward? No way.
Just get the top one.
What? Just get the top one?
Yeah.
Party on.
Damn, no. There's quite a few in there.
Okay. That's not one of them?
Come on, you horn dog.
Swing.
Yeah.
All right. What else do you have on there for that list? What's on the list of Wayne and Garth? So you got Swing. You got...
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. All right, what you got now?
Paris Hilton.
Oh, is it That's Hot?
It is. How did you know that? Was that her thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I say that's hot.
Yeah.
I'm making fun of society, which is therefore making fun of her, I guess. Because I've just heard that elsewhere. I've never heard. I don't know. Didn't she have a show?
Yeah. You want to try one of these hemp
What was her
cigarettes,
show?
dog?
Yeah, tell us about them.
So this is Wild Hemp.
Not a sponsor.
Not a
Don't
sponsor.
buy their shit.
This is 0 THC.
I love saying that though.
Hempette. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like mids with no THC.
Yeah, it's mids, no THC. A cigarette.
I do like the star
Format.
filters. That's the only thing I've liked about it so far.
They have little star filters, green filter tips.
I'm gonna roll a little bit of mine out so I can see
What it
kind of what the
looks
weed
like.
looks like.
Well, we can just take one and.
It's not. Well, it's not weed. Oh, it is. I mean,
Ruin
it's. It's hemp.
It's green.
Yeah, it's green.
Definitely kind of looks like a little bit of dirt weed.
Yeah, no, it's
MIDI.
some what we used to call, not to get too racy here, but messy swag.
Okay. A little racist.
Is it?
But yeah, it's just like some spent bud. But we do smoke cigs, and I'm thinking of an alternative, and maybe CBD cigs or hemp cigs are the way to go.
There's a lot of seeds and leaves.
Oh, there are seeds in it?
I mean, stems.
Okay.
A lot of stems, a lot of.
Well, yeah, it's not regulated, so they're
weird
probably
plant
putting
matter.
like shake in it. from the shit that they don't keep when they're like
When
blowing.
well, yeah, they don't keep the shit that they when they pull the buds off or something. You think it's just like the throwaway?
Yeah. I've been having trouble with my stand today, staying stuck to the chair.
Yeah, man. Let's do that. Like,
But yeah, what else we got with these catchphrases?
so there's a guy that killed cats.
That's what you want to go into it now. Okay, so now we're gonna start talking about the thing we started the episode about. This guy's name is Luka Magnotta, and he was convicted and is now in prison for killing an Asian man in Toronto, Canada, I believe. So he was Canadian born. I think he was in Montreal, maybe, or he's from Montreal, but he killed someone in Toronto. I don't remember. It's one way or the other.
Well, you started off nice, just from memory. You got his name right.
Yeah, Luka Rocco Magnotta. You don't really forget that.
Rocco.
Yeah. Especially when you see his face. He's got like this.
Luka Rocco.
He's
he's like some. He had let's see. He had some dyed tips. Oh yeah, and he had a lot of what looked like a cherry or strawberry lip gloss on.
Yeah.
Well, heavy lip gloss.
So he was an aspiring model and actor up in Canada. And he had tried out for a bunch of different roles and shows, and he had tried to become a model and stuff. And he actually put a bunch of fake fan pages of himself up on the internet and would make a ton of fake, he made fake fan pages on Facebook and then would make fake people to populate those pages. So he was trying to basically make up his own following. He was trying to like fake himself famous.
What?
He was, for real. He made all of these Facebook pages and then faked other Facebook pages to populate those fan pages of himself to try to fake fame.
Yeah.
And
he was
then
doing some deep trolling.
Yeah. And then he actually went to I believe it was a Toronto news station and told them that he was tired of the allegations being put on him that he was dating a serial killer, because there was a woman up there who was married to a man and they committed several murders together. And then
This is too much information. I'm just like,
what did you think this was going to be? Tell me.
He went to the police saying that he was tired of the allegations that he was dating a
This
serial
is
killer?
all before everything. This is all before the cat videos. This is before him murdering the man.
But he said people thought he was dating a serial killer. Okay.
Yeah, people thought he was dating a serial killer, and he went down there and got on TV to clear it up and say that he wasn't. He was like, this is ruining my life, these allegations and things like that. And it's, again, he was creating these profiles and email addresses of people and then claiming that he was dating this person. So he was creating these rumors about himself to try to gain fame. So this guy's he's an egomaniacal sociopath or a psychopath.
Well, he had turned psychopath.
Yeah. So with wanting to reach fame and fortune, he created all these things. He's trying to fake it until he makes it, but he's going about it in a really weird way, especially with saying that
no class.
Yeah, no class whatsoever. He doesn't no humility or anything. He's trying to make it as gaudy as possible, to be like, I'm not dating this serial killer, and it's really off-putting that you people keep coming after me.
And they're like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, exactly. But it got headlines. It got press.
Because there's like no no accounts of who was calling him that.
Right.
Or saying that about him.
Yeah, what do you think of this so far? The SIG.
These? I can't tell.
Yeah.
Really don't know. I mean, I would always smoke one if you handed it to me.
Right. I
But
would
it's
really.
it's just weed trash. It's like trash.
See, that's
from
the
weed.
thing though. Is like I wonder if there are better kinds.
Well, no, I mean at a certain point. Oh, you mean just like better type of CBD ones? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Like different ones.
I mean,
because these
why wouldn't you just smoke
smoke weed
a joint? Yeah.
because I'd like to replace cigarettes.
You're supposed
With
to smoke
them.
more often.
Right, but I don't want to get baked.
Oh, okay,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, cigs don't make me baked.
Yeah.
But regardless, okay, back to Luka. So none of this stuff really pans out for him. His career doesn't pick up whatsoever because again, people think he's like, well, okay, whatever, this dude. So what he then does is he makes a video of himself vacuum sealing 2 little baby kittens in a vacuum seal bag and killing them.
Oh my god!
And he uploaded this
taking
to
all the air
YouTube
out of their
as
lungs.
yeah.
2 little kittens.
And
Damn.
this is in an air seal bag, and it shows everything in the video of like the air going out of the kittens, and the camera stays on them until they're dead, and then he takes them out and plays with them. Yeah, and so that got uploaded to YouTube as one guy, 2 kittens, or 1 boy, 2 kittens, something like that. And then people found that video on the internet and lost their shit. So forums were created and groups were created to try to track down who
How
this
did he
dude
get
was.
found?
That's what I'm going to tell you. So
How did people find it at all? What
do you mean?
Would he put marketing campaigns out on this kitty video?
No, it only takes so one person sees it and sees that this dude killed kittens and shares it.
Yeah.
And shares it on Facebook. And then people are watching it and being like, "Oh my
Telling
god!" And then
everyone
it
they
just
know.
shares around because people are pissed off because
And how is he
the
allowed
unwritten
to post that on
rule,
YouTube?
the
When
unwritten
was
rule of
this?
the internet. Oh, and guys, you can go watch a fucking documentary about this on Netflix called "Don't Fuck with Cats," because that is the unwritten rule of the internet: is you don't fuck with cats.
Yeah.
It's true.
Because everyone loves those fucking cat videos and shit.
Yeah, exactly. And even motherfuckers that are on the dark web, what do you think they got running around their house? Fucking cat.
Oh.
Even
Yeah.
crazy fucking nerds love fucking cats. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? So like you
Fair.
don't fuck with cats.
You always see a villain petting a cat. For sure.
But this dude knew that, and he knew that this would set something off. So people started trying to hunt him down. And they tried to narrow it down. There were 2 people that were integral, and they're in this documentary on Netflix, and they really did a lot to find this dude. It's funny because the police ended up finding out who he was so the people on the internet are trying to track him down. They're getting close, but he releases another video of himself. It's like a video of a bathtub filled up with water, and then he saran wraps a cat to a broomstick and drowns it in the tub.
Oh, wow.
And it's a video of that. And then so more
This
people
already obsessed me more than the people murder that I know is about to come.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's
Yep.
like it's so bad to me because like I don't know. It just seems kittens are just way more innocent than a human.
Yep.
To
They're-
me,
they're helpless.
and and have no chance. Yeah, so it just seems even more drastic. Even though there's like human life, is according to the law is worth more. Like it's hard to say that it's not more horrific
Right.
when you do something like that to a helpless animal, though.
Yeah, that's the difference. So there was that video, so people are even like more so losing their shit because what he's doing is he's creating other accounts to post these videos, and these videos are on different channels that mean something. The names of them are code, and he's adding in little audio codes and things. So he's adding in secret messages and audio and
What?
different things. Just like he'll play a song that is like a shout out to a movie that had like serial killers in it or something. You know what I mean?
So, little hints.
Yeah, and like little challenges. And so then he infiltrated the Facebook group that was hunting him down, and sent them a message and told them that what was it? This is hard to just remember while stoned without having anything in front of me.
No, I've been really impressed so far. We've talked for like at least 10, 15 minutes. How you looking?
So let's see
It's a
here.
good job.
So he infiltrated the group and then sent another video that was a giant yellow ball python eating a kitten. And yeah, so now there's 3 videos of this dude killing kittens. And so everybody's freaking out. Everybody's pissed off. They're still trying to track him down. They're finding different things in the videos to try to pinpoint what part of the world he's in. They find out that he's in North America because of some cigarettes and a vacuum cleaner.
It's the what on the cigarettes, like the
It was a it was a Marlboro pack that was
taxed inside of the U.S.
Well, no, because cigarette packs everywhere else look different.
Oh, okay. So
there are different warnings on them. Like all the ones in Canada have ruined organs on them. It's fucked up. Yeah.
Damn.
A lot of places all over the world will have like pictures of like failed organs because of smoking cigarettes.
Yeah. And it's like, yo, we don't even got. They were supposed to. They had that big fight about whether to put the skull and crossbones on them.
Yeah.
Remember, that's the furthest we've ever been. And now, if you look all over, it's just a bunch of white words.
Yeah.
It's like, what if I can't read?
But I sure do love cigarettes. So there's now 3 videos, and then he gets word to them that he's going to up his game, and he's gonna kill a person next.
What does he drop? Some tweets?
No, they're not tweets. He's like this is like 2010.
He put some
when this is all going down. So this is all Facebook.
There, right?
Yeah, I think so, but it was all basically on Facebook. So, but then one of the people in the group
puts a status out, I'm about to kill a person.
But it's not. No, they don't know who he is.
Or you mean within the?
He got a message to them.
Hints.
Yeah, he got a message to them that he was going to move up to a person.
That's the only reason I'd ever want.
But he's getting the attention he wanted. Yeah. He's getting the attention he craved. His likes are going up, and it's not enough for him. And his numbers are going up on his videos because people are watching them. And like people are freaking out on him, but it's what he wants because he loves the attention. He wants the attention because he wanted to be famous. So now, cut to a guy walks out the back of his apartment building to throw his trash away, and he sees a gray piece of luggage. He sees a gray suitcase, and he sees that there are maggots crawling out of it, and he opens it up to find a headless, armless, legless torso. And so he calls the cops. And along with this headless, armless, legless torso in a suitcase, there's 37 trash bags. And within that 37 trash bags are blood-soaked comforter and sheets, a poster from a wall, several pieces of personal clothing, What else? And Luka Magnotta's ID.
So just full of evidence.
Yeah, there's some evidence in there. But when they went into the apartment, it was spotless. But they said it smelled like chemicals.
So he cleaned up real good, but he was like, he collected their evidence.
But again, he's an egomaniac. So he didn't care. He didn't care.
I think
he was leaving. Yeah, he was leaving a trail. But he was. He had really these delusions of grandeur that he was. Again, he was a cinephile, so he loved killers in movies and different things in movies, and he was obsessed with serial killers. It seemed.
Yeah.
But he left a Casablanca. He put up a video of him murdering the person. So it's a video. It's just a bed.
How did YouTube not?
This was on Live Leak. The murder video was on Live Leak.
But the kitten ones were on YouTube?
Yeah.
How did he get away with that?
There were different regulations back then.
Just didn't catch it as quick?
Yeah.
But once he
but
started
also
trending on the
but also you
on
think
the first one, how did they not catch him on the second one?
right, but you got to think too. Well, it was different accounts. He made different channels. But you got to think too that they're going to keep it up for investigative purposes. They're not going to take it down if there's something that they need to figure out. Because if you're harming animals, they probably want to keep an eye on that just to see, A, if you're going to do it again, and B, like if they can investigate it.
If there's a really extreme case, it'd be dangerous to take it down because then they wouldn't have. You couldn't see what they're doing.
Yeah, that and you could escalate it possibly. Because if you take it down, they're like, "Fuck you, bigger." You know, because if someone's gonna be stupid enough to upload snuff, you know, why wouldn't they go bigger if you're like, no, they're like, all right,
but
just rebel harder.
Seen, though.
Right.
So if you take, they're being seen away from.
So then they'll do worse stuff on a different platform.
Yeah.
But so he put the murder video up on LiveLeak. So there's a bed, naked dude strapped to it, and his arms are tied.
Yeah.
His arms are tied to the bed and he's blindfolded. And there's a giant Casablanca poster up above the top of the thing, and a new.
Why did you pick the poster out? I mean,
I'll tell you. And then there's a song playing in the background, which is the opening song in American Psycho. Okay, I thought I'd get more reaction out of that.
No,
but
I didn't like the way you're like. I tell you, I was just asking reasonable questions.
I know, but the point is like that's the next part of the story because that's a big clue is the Casablanca poster.
Then tell me.
Okay, the Casablanca poster because there's a quote in there that's we'll always have Paris.
Mm-hmm.
So his next move was Paris. So he left a hint for them that he was going to Europe. So that's what he did. But he stabbed the guy like 50-something times with a screwdriver that he had made to look like an ice pick after he drugged him. So he drugged him with some wine, tied him to the bed, and stabbed him to death.
What, he ground down a screwdriver?
Yeah, and painted it silver.
Why the extra?
I don't know.
I always like
because he was obsessed with the movie Fatal Attraction.
And it was silver knife.
Because
silver ice pick.
Well, that video basically is almost a perfect recreation of the opening scene. Oh no, it's Basic Instinct, not Fatal Attraction. Basic Instinct. So woman's fucking a dude, is like grinding on top of him, takes an ice pick and stabs him to death, and he's tied to the bed, blindfolded, and there's a stained glass window behind the bed. So the poster was like the stained glass window. The dude was tied to the bed and blindfolded, and then he got on top of him and stabbed him. So he was doing that on purpose. He was recreating that scene on purpose because he was obsessed with that movie.
Well,
so that's why that.
I mean, you have to give him a little props
For what?
For craftsmanship.
Oh, for setting that up?
No, it's a detective's like. It's the reason they got in the business was
Oh,
for a
yeah.
job like this. Like he left clues about where he's gonna hit next. Like this movie shit.
Yeah.
People don't do this in real
But
life.
but it's like that because he was
movies
he wanted to be a model and an actor, because he wanted to be famous in that way.
Yeah.
He was drenched in that that pop culture kind of murder
he wanted to
obsession.
live it out.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing to me. We talked about that murder that killed the. They thought they killed the actress who was in the shower scene or something.
Yeah.
Was that in Psycho or something?
Yeah. Yeah, a guy tracked down and murdered a lady that was a body double for the actress.
But she wasn't the one in the scene.
She wasn't even
right?
the one in the scene.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That was a big fall.
Yeah, I just wanted my water, man, and knocked it everywhere. But anyways, they they're tracking him down in France, but he's smart. So he's wearing a wig.
He
so he was
like a douche.
He was a douche, but he was wearing a wig the whole time he was murdering the guy. So he was wearing a fake brown wig.
Or did he film it?
No, so he's on security cameras at his
Okay.
apartment building.
Yeah.
So he walks downstairs in the duty murdered shirt. So he
Just little details like that.
yeah.
Are insane, but also like, again, this dude's watched way too many movies. Like, people don't even murder like this.
No.
You know?
So he's wearing a wig, and then he leaves for so he knows he's on camera, I guess, at his apartment building. But then he leaves.
You know what's funny to me? Just
What's
real
that?
quick,
It's so hard
It's
to get
like-
through a story.
when people murder passionately,
Mm.
they accidentally make these same mistakes. So like, you know, if someone murdered their spouse for cheating on them, they happen to be wearing their shirt, they would accidentally wear it down. They would accidentally put everything in trash bags sitting out and forget to dispose of things properly because they were acting irrationally, and they always get caught. This dude did it on purpose.
Yep.
Knew better not to do these things and still was getting away with it.
Oh yeah, he eluded them very well. Like, so he left fairly quickly. He got to they were trying to blacklist him, but he had already gotten to France.
But he's purposely doing dumb murders.
It was just the one murder. He
Yeah.
just did the
Well,
one.
the kitty murders.
Yeah,
too.
kitty murders. So then he's in France. They're trying to find him. They find out that he had booked a hotel, but what he did was he went there, took a shower, and then left. So he went there, took a shower. They found out where his reservation was. He left, and then like he never came back, and he never stayed there. So then he went somewhere else. They found out where he was staying at the other place. And then went in there and found the shirt that he was wearing when he had arrived in France, hanging in the closet, and he had just left his stuff. So he knew that they were gonna find him there and dipped. So like it to that point he
dropping
seemed
off
in,
little points.
yeah, but he was trying to have a new
sleep.
identity. That's what he was gonna do. Was he was gonna assume a new identity, which he fucked up because he made a reservation under his new fake name.
Mm-hmm.
So they were gonna be able to find
Oh,
where
when
he
he
went
left
from
his
there.
stuff?
Yeah, he made that
Oh
under
my
his
God.
yeah. So dumb.
That is fucking day one shit.
Yeah, you don't change your name until you've completely cut ties. Completely.
Goddamn, that's the important one too. It's when he's leaving it behind.
Yeah.
He's got to leave it behind with that name. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Amateur hour.
But so he's in Germany now. He made his way to Germany. He eluded French police enough to get to Germany. So he's in Germany,
Okay.
and he walks into an internet cafe. And the dude at the internet cafe just so happened to be browsing the FBI, the most wanted list.
And saw his face.
And saw his face on there, and he's like, and the dude in the
I didn't
documentary,
believe that.
he was like, I was looking at it because, well, it was all over the news because this all took place over just like a few days.
Yeah.
Like this is just a few
Okay.
days that he made it over
I
to
was thinking
France.
that was like
and,
3 years.
No,
That would've been
no.
Smart.
So the whole thing from start to finish lasted 2 years.
Okay.
So when he first started killing the kittens,
But
up
from when he
to-
went on the run was like 3 days.
it's 3-4 days, something
Yeah.
like that. And because I think they found the body like the next day.
Where'd he go? Germany?
Well, so he went to France first, and then he eluded police in France, and then got to Germany.
Because he said he was going to Paris.
Yeah, and he
so
went
they
to
were
Paris.
there waiting on him.
Yeah,
And then he went to Germany. Is he still trying to commit another murder?
that was
Is
his.
that what
I
the
don't
plan
know.
in Paris was
But-
like do a second murder,
Maybe.
get away with it.
Yeah, but he someone said that he stayed with them in Paris, and nothing happened. He was like, it was a guy I used to talk to. He hit me up and he asked if he could crash, and he's like, yeah, I let him crash, and nothing happened.
We made ramen and drank. It was fun.
Well, he was like, did you guys have sex? Did you do anything? And he was like, no, I went to bed. And they're like, he
They
didn't
fucked.
murder you? And he's like, obviously not.
a dude I
um,
used to hit up.
Right.
They might have fucked.
May-
and they were just embarrassed about it.
But
There's a reason that he was like, no, not you.
yeah.
I like you. You let me crash.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's just
That's a bro move.
just I'm on a murder spree right now, but
well, the dude
I'm
he
gonna lay off
killed,
on you.
the dude he killed answered a Craigslist ad.
Yeah.
So it was just a Craigslist ad to.
Like doing.
He was like, so in the
for
the
what?
Craigslist ad was weird. He was like, he's like looking for a dude in the men for men section of Craigslist.
Yeah.
He was like looking for a guy. I will not be touching you. He's like, but I want to make a movie, and like. It's like, obviously this dude wants to murder you. Why would you answer this ad? It's like, but
Be touching me. Touch me with a blade.
I don't know. Touched him with a screwdriver a bunch of times.
Yeah, but not with his hand. It's like I'm a German.
Oh, but the fucked up thing was that he sent one of the dude's feet to the Liberal Party, like the Liberal Government Party building.
Just a foot.
The foot, and then tried to send one of the hands to the other party, and then they never found the rest of his legs, or they never found his other hand, his other foot, or his head.
You must have sent them to people that didn't come out.
Yeah, but the only reason they were
hide the head's like it's what you put on your wall. He had that for himself, probably.
So. He's in Germany. He goes into this internet cafe, and the dude in the documentary, the German dude that ran the internet cafe, it's like a convenience store / internet cafe.
Yeah.
So he's like sitting behind the counter. He's like, he's like, it's all over the news. So like, I'm browsing the top wanted list, and I see the dude's face, and then he's like, and then 2 seconds later, the dude's standing in front of me, and he's like, I look up at him, and he asks, he's like, he's very polite. That's what everybody kept saying, was that he was super polite and kind of timid.
Yeah. It's never the pissed off aggressive dude.
Right.
That dude has nothing to hide. This is his show right now.
Yeah.
Like
so the dude, he's like he asked for internet. So and at the time when I heard that, I was like, oh, he's going to like make another post that he was going to kill people. But what he did no, the dude was just watching the news and then saw this dude come up, and then he sees him in front of him, and then then Luka goes back into the internet cafe area and gets on a computer, and the German dude was like, he's like, so I walk back there and I want to know what he's doing. He's like, because I know this guy is the murderer, and he's like, I just want to know what he's looking at. So he's like, so I pretend to go over here and empty ashtrays like I do, and then he's like, I notice that he's searching himself on the most wanted list.
Oh.
So he was looking at himself on the most wanted list.
Yeah.
So then the guy goes and sits back behind the counter, and he's like trying to figure out what to do. But then Luka gets done and walks up to the door of the convenience store and is like looking out, just kind of like chilling, kind of smiling to himself, looking out. And then in the documentary, it cuts to a police officer, and he's like, yeah, my battalion and I were just standing across the street, and he's like, I just look over and I see this guy, and I know it's him. And then so on the CCTV footage of this dude, you see him look smug as fuck, walking up to the front of the convenience store, just like, this is a good day, just kind of like looking around. And then you see him kind of like his face kind of go down a little bit, and then he turns around and starts walking toward the back of the convenience store in the internet cafe. So, but then all of a sudden, like 12 fucking German police officers in full military garb just walk right into this convenience store after this dude, and there's nowhere for him to go. And then just 15 seconds later, they're all like shuffling back out. It was just crazy to see him walk away, and then just 2 seconds later, just like one after the other, these dudes walking in a
he's running
line. Yeah, we got a runner. Let's get him. But then they walk out in handcuffs with him, and then
damn.
Yeah.
So the guy that owned the cafe that saw him, or does he just work there?
He worked there, but he saw him and he knew it was him. But the cop seeing him was just by chance. The
so
cops
he didn't call the cops.
He was like, he didn't really know what to do.
So he didn't inform them at all. They
I'm sure
just
he
happened to be.
I'm
over
sure
there?
he was going to, but he doesn't know if the dude's dangerous or anything.
So literally, he happened to call him, called it in,
Mm-hmm.
and they were they just all? How did that many cops just happen to be there? Like, did they didn't know he was going to be there, right?
No, they didn't know. They were just out there. I'm sure they were probably looking for him to a certain degree because it would have been out that he was like traveling.
Yeah,
like and to look out.
Not to where. You know, he didn't leave a clue, right? To Germany.
No, I don't think there was a clue to Germany.
Yeah. So it seems really fishy.
But Europe's pretty small, bro.
They're like, this cop saw this dude, and what did he do? Hey, I think I see the murder guy.
Again, it's all over the news. It is like
But why
top
did 12
story on
cops
the news.
get there before he turned around enough to be there 2 seconds after? Like,
They were probably all like, I don't know, they might have been getting lunch.
oh,
I don't
mean,
know.
There's some, but again, that seems so crazy.
Why does this seem crazy? He was going to get caught at some point.
Well,
He knew he was going to get caught because if he doesn't get caught, then he doesn't get to enjoy his celebrity. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know. He could enjoy his celebrity like Banksy does.
Do you think he really enjoys it?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'm Banksy.
Fuck yeah, I enjoy it really. I mean,
I
he enjoys it.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I love the whole like that Portlandia thing where he's sleepwalking and he thinks he's Banksy. But I could be Banksy. Yeah, he's the stuttering dude. But I don't remember last night.
Peter.
And I have all these. Yeah, I have these like these paint marks on my hands. Oh god, genius.
But isn't that crazy? So, but then
This dude's
got
fucking insane.
he got taken back to Canada, and he got brought in, and
Got tried.
well during his interrogation, he also mimicked the Basic Instinct.
Oh. He did a line or
Scene.
something.
Well, he and that's the famous movie where she like flashes vag when she like crosses her legs. And she asks for a cigarette, so like one of the first things he does is ask for a cigarette, and then at one point he like very abruptly like crosses and uncrosses his legs, and it's weird.
He wants to live it out. It's
it was
weird.
it was weird, man.
Damn.
But also
I might
there's
have to watch this.
there's like a little side story that he claims that he's innocent. So his mom, they interviewed his fucking mom for this, and she is a wackadoo. She like is convinced that he did nothing wrong.
Oh.
He was forced into it because he used to be an escort, and then he got in too deep with one of his clients whose name was Emmanuel Manny Lopez.
Okay.
Emmanuel Lopez.
Okay.
That's such a generic name. Yeah.
But what about it? So like
she
is
was
that's
convinced
not
that
the guy
Manny made him do all these things for money. Because he said that
too deep in
basically
the business,
he
got
was being
tricked.
owned by Manny, and
and
apparently
he owed him some money because someone ran out and didn't pay or something.
yeah, apparently Manny's very powerful in with the cartel.
Yeah.
And that he was making him do all these things, even the cat videos that he was doing, that Manny was really the one behind posting all these things.
Yeah.
And he was the one that was replying and doing the whole thing and planning all of it. But that's all bullshit.
It's a good mom.
It wasn't, no, but and it's fucked up how convinced she was.
But it's all bullshit though?
Yeah. She was even like pulling out little knickknacks of like her memories of him. She's like, these are some slippers he got me when a few years ago for my birthday. And she's like, and here's this keychain.
Well,
Listen.
Crazy people still love their moms though.
Well, yeah, no, he loves it. You always love your mama.
Even if you're killing people.
Yeah. But she pulls out a keychain. She's like, this is a keychain from his favorite movie, Basic Instinct. It's fucking, and she's just like, no, he didn't do these things. It was someone else. And it's just like, what?
He's literally playing this out in this courtroom right now.
But it was insane how much she justified
That's funny
him.
though, because I
Um,
mean, the conspirator in me wants to say that, like, what if Manny did exist, and he knew that Basic Instinct was his favorite film, and
well,
was
here's
and
here's the
manipulated
kicker.
him to set this. He was setting up for this case anyway.
Here's the kicker. In all of the cat videos, there's another person.
Mm.
There's
That
a cameraman.
Oh, yeah,
And they don't even address that. They don't even address
Really?
that. Nope. There's one point where
because it's a
the
moving.
mom.
It's not like a set phone.
Correct.
It's moving.
There's even a point where they're interviewing the mom and she's talking about Manny and she's like, why? She's like, who's the other set of hands in the Python video? She's like, go to the end of the Python video. And so at the end of the Python video, they're petting the Python and there's another pair of hands touching the Python.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
And what'd they say?
no,
You know
they
what
didn't
answer?
address. No one in the documentary other than the mom talked about the other people in the videos.
Yeah.
No one said anything about the cameraman. No one said anything about that. And then there's a point in the CCTV footage after he commits the murder. The mom thinks that to get the video uploaded, he had to take the video out to Manny in a car. So there is CCTV footage of him walking out of the building with a small thing in his hand and then coming back without it.
So
So
would hand a USB off
to somebody.
to
But
post it, because they couldn't post it from there.
right.
Yeah. So either he had someone working with him, or he was
Right.
working for somebody.
Right.
And I don't see how they couldn't address that.
They didn't. They don't.
That seems odd.
It's weird, right? That's like the question I have is like, who are the other hands? Who was that? Figure out
Yeah.
who else was there with him. What's that about? Who was it?
I mean, you don't think that they would have come out for if someone dude was getting paid $100 and he found him on Craigslist, he's like, hold this camera for me.
Yeah.
That dude would have come out, because $100 ain't worth shit, and you can get more fame from
Right.
like going into a
So
documentary.
you would have
right?
had to have been the person making him
Well,
do
a
it.
part of it.
A part of it,
At
yeah.
least,
At
right?
least-
'Cause you'd be losing your own reputation.
At least a yes
by
man and
admitting
a
it.
ride or die.
Yeah, I mean, at least that's the very least. I see that, like someone that was just there with him, and but again, they'd be admitting to it themselves, and
Right.
therefore charged, and so they can't come out.
Yeah.
Or yeah, there's that conspiracy that maybe he was being forced into it. Maybe he owed a shit ton of money, did too
But
much
he
coke,
was-
fucked over somebody.
He
like,
was fucking crazy.
knows?
He
Yeah.
was crazy and
He
wanted
could
to
have
be
owed
famous.
someone. That's what I'm thinking. If we're doing cartel style, like
Right.
he fucked up. He stole a shipment, like
Mhm.
ran off with something he shouldn't have, and now he's working for these people for life, and they're just trying to get. Maybe they have another scheme going. Maybe this was just a part of, like, how ISIS does that with people. Like they get people that and threaten them and or manipulate them into just running pages for them in the U.S.
Right.
And like they're just trying to get publicity, really, on some level.
Yeah.
And so, like, on if we're thinking about the cartel style of that, it would be much more hands-on. They'd send someone to your house to live with you
Yeah.
to do that shit. And if he was already being pimped out,
we
yeah.
hands-on.
hands-on.
We send mi abuela to your house.
We don't just hit up on Twitter.
No.
No, that's funny. I don't know, dude. You gotta show respect. Like,
But isn't that a fucking crazy story?
don't you
Isn't that
think?
insane?
Don't you think it's very similar when you say that you're patriotic as to when people say that they respect the cartel? Because, like, aren't you just, like, giving it up to the fear mongers? Like, aren't you just, like, buying in and accepting what it is when you say, and to
What?
I mean, a cartel is a government in some sorts, it's just an evil government, but to what degree is our government and every other government evil would be the difference in between, like, patriotism and hate mongering. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
yeah.
saying I respect the cartel and saying I respect the U.S. government. Who's killed more people? U.S. government's killed more people than the cartel. I'm talking about the South American cartel.
Right.
Mexican
So
cartel.
are we splitting hairs?
I,
Or
I mean, I just think what you're doing when you're being patriotic, or when you're, bowing down to any organization.
You are, when you're patriotic, you are loyal to your country. That does not mean your government. If you are patriotic, you are loyal to your country. So I am a patriot in the sense that I love my country. I love freedom. I love the tenets of America. That's what I love.
That's a part of the. You're not okay. So that's my exact point, is that you're not loyal to the land. You're loyal to an organization.
No. There's a difference between There's a difference between our Declaration of Independence and our. Our amendments are like.
You're giving in to fear is what it feels like.
No, what?
That's what patriotism
I'm not
is.
saying... No, that is not what patriotism is. That is not what patriotism is.
You're fighting for a system that you also believe is flawed. You're fighting for a system that controls you.
No. So...
Yeah.
No, that's... No.
Yes, yes. I'm not saying that's the word... I'm saying that, like... Patriotism, in essence,
devotion to and vigorous support for one's country, not your government, your country.
What country isn't land, though?
Yes, it is. Your country is your land and the tenets that is.
You just said amendments and civil, all these things that were like, a part of the system based off of where we are in the world. So therefore, it's the government that you're supporting. You're not supporting the land.
No, I don't. No, support it. Oh God.
Yeah, tell me. What?
It's just like you're fighting it the way you want to fight it, and that's fine. But I feel like we can come to an agreement. I feel like we're just getting caught up on semantics is what it is.
Probably
because there's a different word for being loyal to your government.
What is it?
Maybe loyalist?
But again, to me, patriotism so if there's no government and it's just we just all make our own decisions, there's no government.
We become a truly democratic society. We together
to have a system at all, though, is to say that patriotism is supporting it. Because again, I just think to the first things you said when I said this, like you named rules in that our government made up.
That a past government did.
So, what do you believe in the land? What does that mean? I don't believe in some land. Like, you believe in an ideal.
Yeah, I believe in the ideals
that was created on this land,
the United States of America. Yeah,
that is that. Who made that? Like, that's the government.
The
that's
founding
the
fathers
system.
and the.
Right there.
But again, it was
that's the rules.
Like, these things were thought about and voted upon by people who were being persecuted and murdered and tried to be tracked down and taxed like unfairly. These were people that were.
It's like we're doing being.
But these these were intellectual people. These were people that weren't just born politicians. These people weren't bred politicians. These were just people.
Oh, no, I see that.
Like,
yeah.
So these people weren't worried about these people weren't taking advantage of you. These people aren't the government as you see them now.
You're talking about like
these people weren't oppressed. That's exactly what I'm talking about, because that's where these things come from.
They were still fucked up. I mean, I don't believe in them 100%.
Half of them had slaves, if not more of them. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is like what they were fighting for, in that sense of where we're at with the amendments of our Constitution.
So patriotism comes from the collective belief of fighting towards freedom, because it's never truly been, and it's actually getting a lot less free. In a lot of ways, there's a new law every fucking week. Like, amendments get added all the time. Like, to me, this is way worse. Even though things were way more fucked up.
I love this perspective trick right now. You look like a hobbit.
What?
The perspective trick. If I look closer to the camera, you look smaller. So, and we kind of look at each other like this and keep eye. Yeah, it's good. It's just funny. It's just a perspective trick. That's what they did in the Lord of the Rings with Gandalf.
We were in the conversation.
Yeah, because let's get back to Toby telling me I'm wrong.
So you're patriotic.
Yeah.
Explain to me
I
what
like to
that
think that
means
I'm
to
a. This sounds fucking smug as fuck, but I feel like I'm a patriot in the truest sense of it, in the purest sense of it, because I will overthrow a government. I will overthrow my government if I feel it's gone too far, and that's because I'm in support of the people.
What are you fighting for?
It would be true freedom, in a sense
True
of like
freedom.
because right now I'm free to do what I want for the most part.
I don't think you want true freedom.
I don't think you know me. I don't think
I don't
know
think
what
you know
I want.
what true freedom is.
I don't think you do.
True freedom.
True freedom, Toby. Fucking tell me.
You're gonna disagree with. True freedom is the dark web. That's true freedom. No rules. You make your own rules. If you're fucked up, then you're fucked up, and that's just a part of the world.
Okay.
If
So
you're
what-
not, then stay away from it.
What am I supposed to have a problem with? It's unregulated. Yeah. I mean,
So
I get it.
you fight for deep freedom. Let's call it that, like real freedom.
Freedom of
real freedom. It'll
dude.
be
It's,
like
it's freedom of expression. Do I agree?
okay. So in real
with-
freedom world,
Okay.
let's say some fucked up shit happened. Pedophiles
Right.
would be allowed to exist. You would also be able to go to their house and
And
fucking
fucking
shoot
kill
them
them.
in the
Yeah.
middle of the day.
Yep.
And deal with it.
Yep.
That's true freedom, is that both are allowed to exist.
Yeah.
No matter how fucked up, no matter how good.
But even then, you catch up.
is
now,
that what we believe in as a country? I don't think so.
What are you talking? Like, what do you mean? Like that's
That's how it is, actually.
yeah.
But as far as the like
Well, right
rules
now the
set-
fucking the government we have now is fucking tracking down and killing holistic doctors because they know how to
Yeah.
fucking tell you how to cure cancer in your body.
And so
they
they
hunt
don't
down people and
fucking
put
know.
bullets in their fucking heads.
Yeah.
So like, why can't we just get rid of this bullshit and legalize every
And we
drug?
do what
it
they're
fucking
doing?
thins the fucking herd. It cleans the gene pool up because if
Yeah.
we're able to hunt down these motherfuckers that touch kids and kill kids, like we hunt them down, we kill them, they're gone. It's dealt with.
Yeah.
It's
'Cause you
fucking
can
dealt
go,
with.
You can go online to the sexual predator list, looked if they actually fucking did something fucked, and then go to their house. You have their address.
Right, because if you're savvy enough to be on the dark web, then you can do everything they can do, and you can track their IP or even through a VPN, because like you can still
Well,
crack
you can look up.
VPNs.
No,
like-
sexual predators registered. You can look
Well,
up
that
on the
yeah,
regular
there's
internet.
that, and if you find a name or a phone number attached to anything, you've got them.
Then
like-
you know their address. They have to post their address.
Right,
Yeah.
but not everybody's been caught once yet.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, there'd be a lot of like, but see, again, that's gonna go too far in areas to where you're like, would you call my daughter pretty? It's like I'm gonna kill that person.
But you always know the difference. You got to know the difference
Not-
between
not
somebody
with a
being like,
crazy
dude, you
dad.
got a cute kid. That's a cute kid, man.
I don't even say that. I
No,
feel weird
why
enough
would
to
you?
where I'm
No,
like-
that's not what I'm saying. Like,
no, it's stupid to the point to where it could just go bad in either direction.
yeah.
And that's the point. True freedom would not be manageable, but is that what we're really fighting for? That's the question. Are we really fighting for like no holes barred?
But what do you mean
kinda shit?
fighting? Like, what are you referencing when you say fighting for?
Well, just that a lot of people want different rules. A lot of people say that our whole reason for upholding our system is to fight for freedom. And yeah, I don't think that they're talking about the same type of freedom. They're talking about a really scaled down freedom. And I think
How do you?
they shouldn't call it that.
Well,
then.
what do you think that they're talking about? You think they're talking about a regulated,
freedom within
soft?
reason? Like.
But even then, like, what do you mean freedom within reason of what? Because like even just as a human being, say we
it's
turn
just around.
just to be a decent human being, you should go for things that are within reason, right? So like when you ask for something, it should be within reason. So like,
So let's go the turnaround of say we went apocalyptic.
Yeah.
Say the government shattered, and we are going to kill pedophiles, and we are shooting people that fucked us over in our life, and there's no court trials, no anything like. You have absolute no rules.
Okay.
Now, see, at a certain point, I could see the turning back towards the society to where it would be like, well, you know what? I'm tired of killing every fucking pedophile. I need to sleep in today. How about we just pay a bunch of people to get together and kill all the pedophiles? And then it starts there, and then it's like, well, how about we kill all the people that, keep giving our kids drugs? How about we kill all the people that, and then there's the police force again. and then there's a government, there's military, and it,
Right.
cycle back
Well, that's what we call the
from
cycle
true
of
freedom.
government.
So, are we fighting for true freedom? Because we've been fighting against it for years and years by creating new laws.
Well, yeah, so that's just kind of the overbearing parent paradox of like how much leash do you give your kids when talking about us as a society as the kids.
Exactly. You don't
so-
want your kids to have pure freedom.
Right,
You'd
but
be
if
too
you
afraid, and it'd be too,
if
much
you-
for you to handle.
bring in the reins too much, they're going to rebel.
And
they're- go the opposite way and fucking overdose in a fucking
you
opium
think,
den.
so we're fighting for moderate freedom. We're not fighting for pure freedom.
No, I would always go for pure freedom because I don't want to be inhibited. As long as shit doesn't affect my life,
Well, that's
and
an
what I
unfair way
do-
to look at it, right? Because then
that's how everybody looks at everything.
I know, but we're trying to look about how things affect other people's life.
But again, but that's just putting yourself in their shoes because that's how everybody thinks. Like when it comes down to it, everybody's out for them fucking selves. Like at their core, no one is truly altruistic. Everybody wants to have a full belly and a warm place to sleep at the end of the day. Everybody wants that.
Okay.
There's not a world where if you can help it, you're gonna go hungry so someone else can eat.
I mean, no, that's the survival built into us, I think. Yeah.
But you have to extrapolate that and expect that on a massive scale.
That's why they tell you on the airplane to affix your own mask before you help any young children, because you're no help if you're dead.
Yep.
But if your kids die, it's like, well, at least we have an able-bodied adult.
Yeah.
That's like the overall thought of it. But I don't know. I think it's all reasonable for sure. I think it goes too far in certain areas, and
But that's when you trust
but-
people's intuition. Like because if you have
What
true
if there's
freedom,
no
then you
rules?
really get down to refining true morals.
yeah, because you're not held back by laws anymore.
Right. You're
So
not
if I-
told how
yeah.
to feel about things. You
Yeah.
actually figure them out.
So if I got mad at someone that owed me money, I would murder them, and if I had any true morality, then I would deal with that myself and probably not do that again.
Right. You'd
as
be
to
like,
where-
oh shit, maybe you should cut my grass for like the next 2 years.
Yeah,
You know what I
next
mean?
time you're like, you might rethink it. You might
Yeah.
be like, I don't know if I want the weight of a death on me. Maybe they can get better. I've been fucked up before. Maybe you rethink it next time. And as to where, like, that's when the true colors would show, like you say. Like, some people would commit that first murder and be like, oh, like, I'm going to do this every time I'm mad.
Yeah.
And that dude would get killed.
Yep.
Eventually. Because the asshole down the street murders everybody for, like, for
And then
$5
someone
or
else is going to be
something.
like,
It's
this pisses me off. And other
Yeah.
people will be like, yeah, it pisses
He-
me off
you
too.
know,
Let's kill that motherfucker.
He killed my cousin because he owed him $5 and didn't pay him back on that 40.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, he killed my cousin because, it's like, wait, this dude's an asshole. He's not just doing it for justification. He's not doing it for justified reasons. He's petty.
Right.
And they would kill him, and slowly people would learn the same. Well, I mean, theoretically, people would learn the same type of fear that they would have from a government,
Yeah.
from their peers.
Right.
Because, like, if you fuck me over, I can kill you and everyone will laugh, like,
Yeah.
And then you have this same fear of, like, oh, if I go to jail for life, I might get raped, might get killed, like, it might put me in an electric chair. There's all these fears of committing a murder, right? And I think they would come back into play during anarchy a little bit from your peers threatening
Well,
you.
yeah, that's like when
and,
all these
and knowing that they won't have any repercussions, not even thinking about the morality yet, just knowing that they won't have repercussions.
And I think it's funny that all of these Pocahontas
Pokemons. I thought you said
apocalyptic,
Pokemons.
yeah, Pokemonalyptic, post-apocalyptic movies.
Post-apocalyptic.
Yeah. All these post-apocalyptic movies and these movies about when certain thing like the stock market crashes or like zombies or anything like that people just become savages again, and they don't account for hundreds of thousands of years of evolution.
No, there is a
and who we are.
time though.
Huh?
I think there's a time, like we said in the cycle of government, there's a time of anarchy to where people are so pent up that they will murder everyone they're mad at, and it will go crazy, and our numbers will thin heavily just from like the pent up rage of having laws for so long. The first day you wake up, you're not gonna be like, well, maybe I'll let him mow my lawn. You're gonna be like, fuck this person, I can finally kill him, and everyone's gonna kill someone. And there's a time of anarchy before the rebuilding, but it's just the rebuilding of the government again is all it is. But like I see that right after that anarchy period, which may be a couple years or something, get it out of most people's systems. I think about 2 years is when you start actually fearing for your own life and realizing that anyone can kill you and that you should watch your steps. And around that time, before we rebuild the government, I think is a moment of true freedom, a true bliss, to where we have an understanding as a people for a moment that like if you fuck someone over, they're gonna kill you, so don't fuck someone over. And there might be a bit of peace amongst it's the calm after the storm kind of thing.
Yeah.
Calm before the storm, but after. And I do think that's true like bliss. That's true utopia. Is right when everyone kind of checks themselves naturally without having laws, because the laws push just as many people into doing fucked up shit as it keeps people from doing it, you know. And I don't know, that moment of bliss wouldn't last though, because then we'd start building the government again, and it'd get back in the same cycle. But I do think there'd be, I don't know how long it would be. From the Bible, it'd be like 7 years. Everything was like 7 years. Yeah. But like
that would be one thing that would scare me, is all the religious groups. That'd be one thing that would scare me.
Came out. Oh, because they'd have so much power and so much manpower, like, weapons.
They could get to a point where it's like, no, everyone who's not a, insert whatever religion here.
Oh yeah, they'd be the new government.
Yeah, it'd be like if you walk up and ask them if they've accepted Jesus and they're like, who, you can shoot them.
Well, let's say in this scenario it's actually gotten past government and religion. That moment of bliss would be after everyone's done the purge.
Yeah. And
settled down. I think there would be like a decent society for a moment.
Yeah.
Where you would check yourself, because if you fucking don't, today's your last day.
Yeah.
Like, don't talk bad to anyone, because they can kill you legally.
Right.
I think it would really set in about a year or two into the purge.
Into the purge.
But I think it would cool out. I think it would calm down, and like people, but also 2 years in is when the average person goes, whoa, I killed that one person. I feel bad about it. Let me calm, maybe I should treat people right.
Yeah.
At that same era is that other guy that,
of course,
now there's the guy who killed too many that gets killed by his neighborhood. There's the guy who's built up power from being able to murder legally and built a new government on his own, a new cartel, a new mob, on his own, and is allowed to kill anyone because he's the biggest and has the most guns and most money in a town, and now he runs the town. He's the new government for a while. See, that would happen at the same time that reasonable people would finally calm down.
But that's just a microcosm of the cycle of government.
Yeah.
That's just a small version, but again, he'll get overthrown.
I mean, eventually.
You can't keep people in fear for forever. Eventually, you've beaten people down so much that death is not a threat. Death would be welcome.
Yeah, but there'd be one who treated his people well that would survive the other kingpins, and he would be the new mayor. Like, that's just, I feel like that's how it starts. Is everything you fight for starts the downfall of our society. Family, love, those would be the people most trusted.
Everything dies.
But in this post-apocalyptic world, him being able to kill legally and not take a moral hit for it, and having people work for him, yet he treats them correctly and treats them like family, that is the new government. That there is no downfall for him. That is the new style of government then. It is power with love. Yeah. That's how you keep people around. And so to me, there is no escaping, like, even if we got that blissful time, which I'd love to see, but I'd be terrified. I really wonder. There's no right way to me. It's like every step of the process is a little bit wrong.
Yeah.
There's something wrong at all times. There's never going to be any moments of pure 100% happiness or sadness.
I mean, maybe it's not all going to be for everybody at the same time. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Like, again, you have to think about it on a personal level. Everybody throughout their life should hopefully experience at least one moment of true bliss to themselves. Even if it's death.
That's sad if that's
even
all
if it's
you
death.
Get.
Like,
Yeah.
but even then, that'd be you'd at least learn life. You'd learn what life was, what it was for.
Well, this has been a great.
Are you tapping out? Are you tapping out now? That's the point where you tap out.
No, I had to. That line was killer. We've been talking about a lot of killers, but that one was the death.
Okay.
So just fucking please hug your family.
Yeah. On this holiday season, go to the world, little baby Jesus in a manger.
Just love yourself, love your family.
As you sit around,
you can't love your family unless you love yourself. And
as you sit
need
around the
to work
menorah
and get better,
and you spin your dreidel,
but don't stress yourself out.
Enjoy those latkes, everybody, and your Christmas hams.
Yeah, the holidays for everybody.
And yeah, so we'll see you guys on Christmas Eve. Be sure to check out that stream. That'll be fun.
it might be. We will be.
We gotta do it. We
will do it. But I mean that. Yeah, you're gonna see my ass probably. I'm gonna show you my ass.
Oh hell yeah, that's hilarious.
I might pull out my hairy ass. Who knows?
I'm gonna pull out my hairy ass. That's not my shaved ass.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna prepare.
Yeah. If you guys
not
didn't
like
know,
I shave my ass.
No, but you do have 4 separate asses.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can pull some up if we need some extras. So yeah. The gig. Hit us up on all the shit.
Yep. We love you guys.
Reach out.
Have a good one.
Todd Barry.